Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Alicia Hurd here, your servant leader. I am here for another webinar. Get excited. Get excited. Get excited. We are talking about the change. The M word is what it's called. So let's prepare our hearts and minds to receive some information on the M word, the M word, the M word. So I'm going to share my screen. But before I do that, I would love for you to share this live, and I'm going to make sure that it is shared in the appropriate pages and that we are all set up on Facebook. Yep, there we are. Let me change the privacy setting so that you can share it. And we are talking about the change. Does anyone know what the M word is that I'm speaking of? We're talking about the M word, ladies. The M word, the M word, the M word that a lot of us do not want to hear. All right, let's share this screen. Boom, there it is. So we are talking about empowering women to navigate menopause with confidence and care. By yours truly, Alicia Hurd. I'm going to try to minimize myself so that way you can see the entire screen. Remember to tag a friend. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. We are here at the Women's Wellness Center in Bainbridge, Georgia, and we are here to support women in navigating their journey, no matter where you are. And this is a true example of that. This is a journey. Those that are going through premenopause, menopause, this is for you. So menopause is a natural transition in a woman's life. Yet, it is often misunderstood. While many associate it with aging, it is simply a shift in hormonal balance. It's a shift in it that affects the body in various ways. So this presentation is basically to help with the understanding of menopause, to talk through its symptoms, and to talk about some holistic approaches. I wouldn't do it justice if I didn't talk about holistic approaches, and one in particular, which is yoni steaming, which we offer here at the Women's Wellness Center of Bainbridge. All right, so let's talk through how we support the body during this time of the M word. So let's break it down a little further. So remember we said that menopause, which is the M word, it doesn't have to be your age, but typically ranging from 45 to 55, but it varies because of hormones. So it's natural. And it happens when your menstrual cycle says bye-bye. It marks the end of your reproductive years. And as women, I know you'll feel a certain kind of way, like, oh man, I'm shifting, or some may not. I know for me, it's like I don't have like long cycles or really bad cycles. So for me, it's just like, okay, it is what it is. And I've already had the children that God has blessed me with. Yes, He is my God. And so when I do go through menopause, I'm going to be okay with it. Excuse the noise. We are still getting things together here at the center. So the key to it is the hormonal changes in your estrogen, in your it declines, right? So these hormones, they regulate your menstrual cycle and they impact your bone health, your metabolism, and your mood. Did you know that? We talk about testosterone, how it shifts, because though lower than in men, women also experience a drop in their testosterone, right? and it affects energy levels and your libido. And so it also impacts multiple systems. Give me 1 second. All righty. So let's pause the construction till I'm finished. Okay, so the phases of menopause. So the first phase here is the transition phase, which it begins 8 to 10 years before menopause. I'm back. All right, so the transition phase, it begins 8 to 10 years before menopause and typically is in your late 30s or your 40s. And that's where I am. I'm in perimenopause. That is the transition phase that I am in. The ovaries gradually produce less estrogen, which leads to irregular periods, mood swings, and hot flashes. And these symptoms may come and go. It's unpredictable. Then you have the second phase, which is the official phase, the official change, which is menopause, the M word. And it is defined as 12 months. So it has to be consecutive. So if you go 3 months, then it changes. If you go, 6 months and it changes, then you're not officially in the menopause, that phase, the official change phase. You'll probably still be in that transition phase. And so you'll have common symptoms, which includes hot flashes, night sweats, vaginal dryness, and your mood will fluctuate. That's the official change, ladies. Now, the third area and phase is the new normal, which is post-menopause. You've gone through the official change. It's here. This is it. You have it. And so your body, it starts to adjust. You have the lower hormone levels. And then you have some risks that are associated with it. And you have some symptoms, right? But it's not as in the official change. And of course, like you spoke about before, there may be some bone loss, and you may need some long-term attention and care. So common causes and symptoms you ask. You're asking, I know you're asking, I can hear you. So here's some common causes, and then we'll break down the symptoms. So natural aging, right? Your ovaries, they function, it's declining over time. No more babies, that time of life is finished. So it's a natural the course of life for women. There could be surgical menopause where because you've had some type of hysterectomy or some type of surgery in that area, then it removed your ovaries. And so now suddenly it's put you right into menopause. Also, if you've had any medical treatments, any chemo, any radiation, things of that sort that may have damaged that ovary function, that is a cause of it. Also, something called POI, right? Where if you have a condition where menopause, it occurs before 40 due to the genetic causes of it, the autoimmune causes of it. And then symptoms again, let's break the symptoms down. So if you have these symptoms, you definitely want to talk and confer with your medical professional. Disclaimer, I am not a licensed medical professional, so you want to talk to your doctor. I am sharing shared information, common information to support you in navigating your journey with the M word. But you definitely want to confer with your doctor. Even if you decide to go on the holistic journey with me, you want to talk to your doctor. So the symptoms, hot flashes and night sweats, vaginal dryness and discomfort, mood swings, anxiety or depression. If you have disturbances with your sleep, If you're fatigued, above and beyond your normal fatigue, because you know you're going to go, just something different, right? You can't sleep, you're having disturbances, and it's something new. You have memory loss, and you're like, ooh, I'm having brain fog, and this is not normal. That could be a symptom to keep an eye on. Also, weight gain, or you have a slower metabolism, things are shifting in your hormones, hair thinning or dry skin. If you have a reduced libido, all right, joint pain and muscle aches. Menopause is coming, or it's here. So when we talk about the holistic approaches to menopause, you guys look at those herbs. Yes, 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 those fresh herbs on the screen. So yoni steaming. So we talked about it before. We have different various presentations on it as well. If you go to our YouTube page, and I'll drop that link in the chat for you. I will drop that link in the chat for you in a moment. But yoni steaming, it definitely helps. It definitely helps. Thank you so much, Mr. Reeves. Yes, we had some disturbances in the office, and so I had to pause for a second, but I am back in full swing. So let me go ahead and share the link. I'll share all the handles here so you have it. Boom, there it is. All right, so yoni steaming, which is also known as vaginal steaming, it's an ancient holistic practice where a woman sits over a pot of warm steam-infused herbs, right? And then with the steaming, it helps with your reproductive health, it helps with circulation, and it helps you to relax. Who does not need relaxation? I mean, for real, everybody needs it, everybody. Okay, so it helps with menopause because it encourages that circulation. It increases blood flow to the pelvic area. It helps to relieve vaginal dryness and discomfort. And we've had recent clients come in and say they felt the results right after the steam, which is great. But then as the weeks go on, you'll start to really feel the effects of the yoni steaming. It balances your hormones naturally. So certain herbs that we blend together, it supports the estrogen regulation, and it eases the symptoms like the mood swings. It also helps with the menstrual irregularities, right, during premenopause, perimenopause, and it can provide relief from heavy or irregular bleeding. It also helps to ease the pain of periods. That is one reason I use it, because it eases that pain that you have during your cycles. It'll either ease it or it will completely go away. And for me, it completely goes away. Where, you know, women, as you know, okay, my cycle's getting ready to come because here's this pain. When you yoni steam, it literally helps it to go away. That pain, you don't have to pop those Tylenol, Motrins, and things of that sort. Use heating pads. The yoni steaming really helps decrease that pain or eliminate it, depending on your body. It also, like we said, supports vaginal health with itchiness, with infections, with any of those common issues that you may have. After menopause, it helps with that. It also promotes emotional well-being. It encourages relaxation, as we spoke about before, and stress reduction. And it helps to ease anxiety and irritability. If you irritable, you need a steam. It will help with that. So here's the process for you, just an overview. We prepare the herbs for you. They're listing some of the common herbs, but this is not an exhaustive list of our blend. We boil the water and it seeps for 10 to 15 minutes in order for the properties of the herbs to really start to blend together and extract. You then have a seat right over it. Here at the center, we give you a gown to put on so you feel relaxed. And then you sit on the throne, and we ensure that the water is warm, that it's not hot, that it will not burn you. But you will feel the steam as you sit there. You sit comfortably. They talk about wrapping a blanket, but you don't need that because our gowns go all the way down to the floor and drapes over you, drapes over the throne chair. And they recommend 20 to 30. We do 45 minutes here just to make sure you maximize your time and you get the full process of steaming. So frequency, here's the good part. Here's where you want to take notes or do screenshots of the information. So you can do it once or twice a week to support cycle regulation. For menopause or postmenopause, it says 1 to 2 times per month as well to maintain vaginal moisture and balance. If you've had a hysterectomy or any type of surgical menopause that has triggered menopause, then it can be used as needed for your pelvic support and relaxation. And when they say pelvic support, what it means is, you know how people do Kegels or exercises to tighten those walls, so that you may not, you have those muscles. Like if you have to go to the bathroom and you have to hold it as you get older, it's a little harder to hold it. Well, Yoni Steams helps with that, to contract those muscles and to help your pelvic area to tighten it to be strong enough to hold those muscles. And so that way you don't even have to try and do those Kegel exercises if you don't desire. You just steam, and it helps to support that as well. So the timing, it's best to be done in the evenings to allow the body to fully relax afterwards. Well, we're open here 9 to 4. So evenings for us would be towards the end of the day, but we're open from morning. It just depends on your schedule. We're very flexible here. And we're also open on weekends, 9 to 1. So it depends on you, depends on your body, depends on your mood. You may say, no, I know I want to do it in the evening, but today I am irritable and I need one. Add me to the schedule. That's fine. We can support you in your timing. You definitely want to avoid it if you're going through your cycle or if you're experiencing any active infections or wounds, and we ask you that before you steam, because you do not want to steam during those times. You don't want to be irritated, bleeding, or what have you, and then steam. You want to wait till all of that has been done and over with, and we say a week before or a week after your cycle, you want to come and steam. And then going back to the frequency, you can do it once or twice a month, but if you do it at least once a month, you will see results. All right, how yoni steaming makes a difference. So we're going to continue on this path, and we've broken it out into 3 different benefits: the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. So for the physical part, it improves circulation to the pelvic region, supporting tissue health. It helps relieve symptoms like dryness we talked about, or any discomfort that you may have. And it encourages your hormone balance, right? So you may, after steaming, you may start to really feel some kind of way, like, whoa, my emotions, as we going into that benefit. And it's because it's helping to balance out those hormones. So you'll start to feel things that you haven't felt in a while. And you're like, what's going on with me? It's the steam, right? It's working. And also the mental benefits. So again, it helps you to relax. It helps you to reduce your stress, and it enhances self-care routines. It empowers women during transitions, like the M word. Spiritual benefits. I love the spiritual benefits. So it creates a sacred space to connect with your body and honor its changes. And it encourages mindfulness and self-reflection, ladies. Mindfulness and self-reflection during the yoni steaming time. And we actually have a video that we did. We had a party last week, and it was a good time. They really had a good time at the center. But they were so relaxed. They had their books. And I was able to talk through like the intention. You always have to have an intention when you steam. And it was a true vibe. They really, really enjoyed it and started planning for their next visit to the center. So here are some things to consider for safe yoni steaming. So herbs, remember to consult with a certified herbalist, making sure they know what they're doing. We know what we're doing here. So you are in good hands. And you want to avoid any irritating herbs. So if there are any allergies, any sensitivities, you let us know. And so that way we know which blend to give you and which blend not to give you. Again, it talks through some of the common herbs that are used. And we actually use all of these here at the center and a few more that are on this page. Again, you want to make sure that you're not being burned while you're steaming, that it should be warm but not hot. Believe and trust me, being really hot does not mean it's effective. You want it to be warm, just like a steam. Like if your child has congestion, and you know how you run the shower, and they tell you just to have the baby there in the room like it's a steam. You will still get the benefit. It does not have to burn. It does not have to be extremely hot. And you do not want to steam if you're pregnant, again, or on your cycle, have any type of health conditions, right? Any type of health conditions in your womb area, any type of infections or anything that is active. You want to wait until those things are over, and then you can steam. No open wounds, no infections. Wait until you heal. Wait until you heal, because you will definitely be irritated. I don't want that to happen to you. And like I said in the beginning, I am not a doctor. I am not a healthcare provider. I do holistic things, but I am not a licensed doctor. And so you want to talk to them if you have any concerns, any issues, you may have certain conditions, and you're trying to think, is this good for me? Talk to your doctor. And you want to combine steaming with other holistic approaches for comprehensive care. And what we do here at the center is everyone that walks through the door, whether it's for a class, whether it's for mental health support, even for the men and the women, you have an initial welcome call with myself, Alicia Hurt, and we just talk through your needs and your desires, and then we come up with a program and plan that suits you. And so you may have a desire for to overcome infertility. So along with the steaming, there may be some teas and herbal and holistic remedies that we talk through that is a part of your plan. You may say, I'm trying to overcome depression. Well, there may be some other holistic approaches that we support you with. So it just depends on what your need is. It won't just be the yoni steaming. You need other things as well with that, because we don't process things just with the physical, our body, but also with our mind, our emotional support. You need that as well in your well-being. All right. So again, please, please, please talk to your doctor. Talk to your doctor. Again, talk to your doctor, because menopause is not a disease. It's not a disease, but when you discuss it with your doctor, it helps to manage things. It doesn't mean you have to take a medication or what have you, but at least find out, what your course of action is, right? What are normal symptoms versus things that may be alarming that you have to talk to your doctor about? What are your hormones or hormonal or non-hormonal treatment options? Maybe they want to run blood tests on you, to make sure it's just that and not something else going on. As far as your bone density and deterioration, you have to talk to your doctor, because you want them to monitor those things. And just like I tell my doula clients, we work alongside them. We are a value add with the holistic approaches. And again, talk to them about the yoni steaming and say, in my particular condition with what I have going on, do you think this is something that I should do? And most doctors will say yes, because it's very, very, very practical, holistic, gentle for your body and natural. So again, talk, have effective communication. So in order for you to have that, you can't just shoot from the hip when you go to your doctor. Remember, we talked about being your own advocate. So some tips for you is to keep a diary, to write it down. What is my symptom? What happened? Why am I scheduling this appointment? What are some things that I want to ask? Because when you get to the doctor, you may forget. Remember, one of the symptoms on there is having brain fog. So write it down. And then you want to also ask about it. Well, doc, what are some natural courses of action that I can take, right? What are some alternative treatments? Everything doesn't have to be solved with a pill. Also, collaborate on a care plan that aligns with your lifestyle and your beliefs. So here are some simple ways to cope. So regular exercise, and if you need some recommendations, we do have some partners all over. They have in-person centers versus virtual places that you can do your exercise to boost your mood and your bone health. Also your diet, that's something that we'll talk about as well, with calcium, magnesium, and omega-3s. And the mindful practices like meditation and yoga, and we do yoga here every Monday at 6 p.m. We talk about self-care practices that will help you to cope. Remember to get sleep. That's a part of your hygiene. You need to get sleep. So what is your bedtime routine? Let's talk through that. Your hydration, right? Are you avoiding things like caffeine? Or if you're one to say, Alicia, I am not giving up my coffee. Okay, all right. How about decreasing it from 2 or 3 cups a day to maybe 1? How about instead of a cup a day, maybe a cup every other day, maybe a half a cup a day, maybe changing the type of coffee you drink. If you drink really strong Ethiopian coffee, maybe we could try something different, right? And also decreasing or avoiding things like alcohol. You may say the same examples I've given for coffee is the same examples I would give for alcohol. Also build a supportive network of friends and loved ones. And one thing that we have established here at the center is called Silver Days, and it's on our page where every Wednesday we have Silver Days for women 60 and up, because those are the numbers and the ages of those that have gone through menopause, they are in the post-menopause phase, and you guys can come together. You come individual as well, but we are giving you all $15 yoni steams on Wednesdays. Isn't that amazing? Because we want women to come together and say, you know what, I am not by myself. I am not. And I have women that are coming with me on these Silver Days, and we are steaming together because we are prioritizing our health, and we understand that it is necessary for self-care, for our vaginal hygiene and well-being to have our yoni steam built into our month. So here are simple ways again. We talked about the mind and body practices. We're breaking it down again with the meditation, with the deep breathing. We even brought in acupuncture, right? Or reflexology. We have a masseuse here. Her name is Ms. Deborah Brock. You can schedule time with her. She is ready and available to support you in that mind-body practices. Again, the herbal and the natural remedies. They've listed some out here for you that helps with stress, anxiety, libido. It also helps to decrease those hot flashes and also those night sweats. Then we talk about nutrition and diet. They've given a list here of all of the different things you can use: flaxseed, soy, chickpeas, right? It helps to support your hormone balance. Hydration, drinking plenty of water. If you come to the center, you know, we always have the infused water, and depending on how our office manager, Ms. Tamika, feels, she may throw some strawberries in there with some lemon, with some cucumbers. She may have some mint in there. It just really depends on how she feels, but it's a healthy and great way to consume water. If you're like, oh, I don't like plain water, well, throw some fruit up in there. It tastes so good. Throw a piece of mint in there. It tastes so good, but it helps. It helps with dryness, and it also helps with bloating. That calcium, that vitamin D, oh, you need it. You need it, you need it, you need it. It helps to strengthen your bones. And with those leafy greens, almonds, and of course, sunlight. And here in Georgia, it's feeling really good. So get out there. Those things will help with the M word. Again, exercise and movement. Oh, so hard. But we're making it easy here. We're giving you the yoga. We're giving you the once a month West African dance classes. Again, we have partners, if you're not here in Georgia, that we can refer you to. Shout out to Mr. Jenkins out there in the DMV area. He has virtual and in-person exercise. He has proven results and testimonials. He has different courses. I remember I was taking the chair one with him because my knee, it was really bothering me, and I was still able to exercise and do chair exercises. So there you go. Pelvic floor exercises. Again, that helps you as well to cope. So I'm not going to talk to myself, but here are some questions for you to consider. How have you experienced or observed menopause in yourself or others? How? What coping strategies have worked for you or someone that you know? Share it out. What concerns or questions do you have about menopause and holistic approaches? Again, you want to talk to your doctor about it, your medical professional. And if you have questions about holistic approaches, you can come talk to me, come see me. You can schedule an appointment at icmybaby.org. You can send us an email at info@icmybaby.org. You can DM me, slide in the DM if you have any questions about holistic approaches. Also, here's the last question. Are there specific symptoms or challenges you'd like to address today? So if you're saying, yes, Alicia, it is the night sweats. I cannot stand it. Help me, help me. I can help you. Just reach out to us and we will put you on a program. So here are some closing thoughts for you. The M word. Here we go. Menopause is natural. It's a natural phase of life that can be managed holistically. We can manage it together, ladies. We can do it together. We're going to combine medical advice and we're going to combine natural methods, right, to help promote your overall well-being. Shout out to Ms. Paris. Thank you for joining. We're going to have open conversations and we are going to support you as a community. So we do have the intergenerational lunchtime meeting, and I believe that's coming up next week. So you definitely want to schedule, register, so that way we know how much food to have, and that we know that you're coming. We'll be excited to see you, and we can talk through some of these things. I have open conversation because we share with one another what helps you. It could help someone else, but don't hold it. Don't hold the jewels. Don't hold the tools and the wisdom. Come on out and let's talk about it. You want to embrace this phase, right? I know you have curiosity, right? But you want to move forward with it with self-compassion. And again, think through and be open-minded with the holistic practices. We also have another center, a spa, I should say, called Native Spa in town in Bainbridge, and they have natural remedies for you. They literally make medicines and they have herbs and things of that sort that can support you. And we're partnering up as well. So shout out to Native Spa. You can reach out to them as well to get some remedies. You come get your steam here, then you get what you can consume inside, right? And you'll be all set. You'll say, you know, those hot flashes and dryness and things, they have really decreased. They have really gotten better with the regimen and program you have put me on. I'm just telling you, it really works. And we do have personalized care here. So here's all of my information for the Wellness Center, for our team here. Just remember again, menopause, the M word, it is definitely manageable. It is natural. There are different phases in it. We're here to help you with whatever phase that you're in, whether it's perimenopause, where it's full-fledged menopause, or you're like post-menopause. Alicia, I done had it. Hey, we can help you with it. Just remember, if we can get you here or get you on the phone to kind of break down those walls and barriers and answer those questions, I'm sure you'll be open to doing the yoni steaming and seeing the benefit of this natural, very natural, ancient practice. You guys, I love you. I thank you for your listening ear, and I hope you all have a wonderful day on purpose. Bye for now.